How do I tell this I'm done with this?
I have no idea. Are you like in a combat mode?
I did it.
Did you just refresh the page?
No.
We want to know how so that when we're the DMs next week, we can do it.
I refreshed the page.
Under the blazing sun in the Lopetian desert lies the proud city of Manzamalut. The hard-working denizens of this mercantile capital live honest lives. But when the sun goes down, there is another face to this metropolis. The Zookeeper is the head of a vast criminal network that controls trade just out of view of the law. This is the story of 3 aspiring members of that Thieves' Guild.
Watch out for rogues inside, slinking through shadows and stabbing with knives. Hold close your gold and jewels. Thieves take it all if they're kings or they're fools.
Bardic Mystery Tour is a 5th edition D&D actual play podcast about a band of bards out on tour. But today, we're playing Burglar Mystery Tour about a thieves guild out robbing fools. My name's Brayden, and I'll be your DM.
It's Nora, playing Hap Shepsum, a handsome dude who gets by on his looks, charm, and eye for detail. Hap's not from around here, but he's adopted the big city as his home. This lucky SOB is ready for some thievery.
I'm Ed, and I'm your favorite Drell Master. Drell Griefstroke is a warlock who worships the darkness within. He's wearing all black, including a black studded leather with a black logo painted on it.
And I'm Emily, and I'm playing Jaxo Gix. Jaxo Gix is the cutest little kobold you ever did see. He is 2 feet tall and some change, but he says he's 3 feet all the time. He is orange. He never wears a shirt. He never wears shoes. He's an ex-pirate, and he's apparently a ranger.
Last time on Bardic Mystery Tour, the gang was attacked by 2 assassins while strolling home with the Zookeeper in the proud city of Manzamalut. We joined them as they gather themselves after the skirmish. This is Bardic Mystery Tour.
All right, great work. Are you walking the Zookeeper to a place for some care?
Yeah, he seems like he might need somebody to lean on, so I think we should.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go loot the bodies. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Which body do you want to dig around in first?
I want to go around the ninja first.
Okay, so if you peel back some of the silk wrappings, you'll see that this is a very thin, gaunt, yellow-skinned person wearing some plate armor, and they're carrying a 2-handed silver greatsword.
Ooh. Would that armor fit my bod? Or too big?
Way too big.
How about that sword? Can I use it?
I think also too big for you.
Okay.
But you can pick it up.
I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it all up, and I'm going to be like, hey, guys!
Or right here, you don't have to yell.
You guys walked away with what's his face?
I think I walked away.
Oh, okay. Charlie, right here. Do you want this?
No.
I found you this, Hap.
But I want this, and I take all of the silk.
Whoa. Because it's black?
Yeah.
Even though it's, what did you say it was, midnight?
Yeah, well, I start cutting it up into, 6x6 squares of silk.
You're going to use them as Band-Aids?
No.
Out in the field because you want black bandages?
Oh, also, do they have any exposed bones?
No.
Oh, I made sure I got my dagger back, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. And the ninja said there was a dagger.
Oh,
too,
I pulled that
so.
out too.
I'm going to summon my packed weapon and deskin some of the bones from one of their arms and then just, shatter the bone into a couple bits and pick up a bunch of the bits of the bone.
Okay.
And then all those swatches of silk.
Yeah, you can do that. It's pretty gruesome, and that's pretty gross.
Well, I need it.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out that de-skinning and skinning are the same thing.
That's true.
Languages, man.
Okay.
Are you going to loot the shinobi too?
Oh, yeah. Then Jaxo runs over the shinobi and checks that guy out.
All right, he's got exactly the same equipment, which is basically nothing except for that silver greatsword and plate armor.
All right. I take that sword because I'm like, at least we could hawk it for some money.
Yeah, these have to be worth something. They're made of silver.
I take both of the swords.
Is he also thin, gaunt, and yellow?
Yes, they look very similar. And an astute eye might notice that they look pretty similar to the Zookeeper, too, who is always like a weird, thin, yellow guy, but you never thought much about it because, Jaxo looks different than everybody else in the city, too. It's kind of like not that crazy to see weird people.
Yeah, I think it's probably fine.
When I noticed that, do you feel like, am I allowed to be like, are these guys your brothers?
Yeah.
Did you describe the Zookeeper as this before?
Mm-hmm.
Son of a
Well, the Zookeeper also,
Wait, did I call you on it before, too?
I don't remember, but the Zookeeper traditionally wears like cloaks and things.
Mm.
But you guys have gotten to know the Zookeeper a lot better since he found out that he could trust you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I run up to the Zookeeper, catch up with them with my little legs, and I'm like, hey, man, are these guys like related to you?
He looks over and sees you holding those swords, and he reaches out to knock them out of your hands. And he's like, no, put those down.
I dodge.
Okay.
I'm like,
He's
no,
weak.
I'm taking these. I'm going to sell them.
He's like, no, you can't sell them. You have to get rid of them. You have to leave them there.
Why? I want to hawk them.
You don't understand. They'll come after you the way they've come after me.
Why'd they come after you?
Because he has one of those swords.
What were they yelling to you during that combat? They sound like they were telling you something not very nice.
Also, if you have one of these swords and they're coming after you for it, you can have 3. They're not going to triple come after you. You can just have more of the sword.
Or you should leave your sword, too.
Yeah,
No, you... Can we talk once I get some healing?
I'll heal you right now. You need a Gila monster?
That's probably smart.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I cast a Gila monster on us.
Sick. What is that actually?
It's called Healing Spirit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, and it's a bonus action, so I could have done it at any moment, but I'm waiting to do it until now. You call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The intangible spirit appears in a space that is a 5-foot cube you can see within range. It looks like whatever you choose. Transparent. Until the spell ends, whatever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points.
All right, sick. You cast a heal a monster, and the Zookeeper gets healed and stabilized and feeling better.
Great.
And then he's like, I guess this is as good a place to talk about it as any. And he looks up and down the corridor.
All I had to do was do a thing I should have done during the freaking battle.
It's not like he died. It's fine.
Basically, can't die when I'm around. We'll spare the dying, please.
Okay, well, I've been keeping a secret from you guys for a long time. And I don't want you to be too shocked, but I'm not actually from Monzamalut.
You don't... Yeah, Jax is not from Monzamalut either.
Hap says, psh, please, who is from Monzamalut?
I'm from Monzamalut.
Well, except for Drill.
Well, in a sense, I'm from Monzamalut, in that I've been here a long time.
Yeah, I've been here my whole life.
Because you really like it, because it's a nice city.
But I'm older than you, Drell, so I've been here longer.
Yeah, I know. I'm like an up-and-coming thief, and you're like the Zookeeper.
Yeah, I've been here for like a year.
So these assassins sometimes come after me because of my old life. Before I used to be a peaceful manager of a thieves guild.
What was your old life?
Hairdresser.
No, good guess. Because my hair looks great. And he lifts his cap.
What's more dangerous than the master of a thieves guild? Seems pretty dangerous to me.
Maybe it was less dangerous.
I'll tell you what's more dangerous.
Darts at a bar.
No. What?
Rodeo star.
No, I'm just going to tell you. You don't have to guess.
Bull in a China store.
Oh my God.
For the China?
The lich leader of an entire warrior race of proud Githyanki.
Wait, are you dead?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Are you undead?
No.
How can you be a lich leader?
How could you be dead or undead? How could you be neither of those?
You could be alive.
I'm alive.
That's
I'm
the
not
same as
dead
being
or
undead.
What?
No. First you're alive, then you're dead, then if you come back, you're undead.
Depends on how you come back. Sometimes you can come back alive.
That's a thing.
Yeah, Jaxo, we have a lot to show you.
Yeah, Drell's gonna need to do a PowerPoint presentation for you.
Tomorrow, I'm going to show you something really cool.
Jackson's like looking from head to head, like, what?
You asked me what was more dangerous than the leader of a thieves guild, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then I said the lich leader of a warrior race of Githyanki?
But was that
From
what
the astral plane?
what you were?
No, that's what I had to escape
Oh.
from. That's why I'm here. She was more dangerous than me.
We were saying that your previous job was more dangerous than this job.
Oh, yeah. My previous job was working for the Lich leader of a warrior race of Githyanki in the astral plane.
Oh, that's different.
What plane is this?
Prime material.
Who wants to go to the astral plane? We could kill some people. You saw how tough we were. Especially me. I puff out my chest.
Well, I wasn't going to ask you guys this.
I cover up some of my wounds. Yeah, so tough.
But it's starting to seem like it might be a necessity. Because they keep coming after me, and so far I've been able to fend them off. But I've built this family here now that I need to take care of, and I can't go around getting killed off and assassinated in the middle of the night.
Are you talking about your bird?
Yeah? Yeah? What about it?
What's his name?
Coco? It's Koko, not Coco.
KOCO?
No, Koko. Because I like to knock people out. I'm tough.
CKO?
Complete knockout. Complete knockout.
I have a question. How long ago did you work for this Lich leader?
Oh, it feels like a whole lifetime ago.
Yeah. Why she still got such a
200
vendetta
years ago.
against you?
Well, I kind of abandoned them. You see, what you might not have been able to tell, and he holds up his silver sword, is that I was once one of them.
Yeah, we kind of made that connection, seeing as we found these other big silver swords.
I hold them up.
But someone told me not to carry those silver swords around, so you should leave yours in the sewer.
They'll come out. Well, I can't leave. I need mine.
Do you want 2 more?
No.
If I carry a sword around for a while, will I turn yellow?
No. I was born this way.
All right, I can take a sword.
I don't know. What color were you born?
This one?
Best color, orange. With a yellow belly. I ain't scared of nothing.
All right, look, here's the thing. These swords are prized possessions amongst our people, and they'll come back and try to kill you for them.
What if we just bring
But they're
them
not
to
coming
them?
to get me for mine because mine belongs to me.
All right, wait. Now, this is a dumb question. Are those 2 dead?
Yes.
Were they dead before we killed them?
Was leaning towards making Drell the heist master a minute ago because of the silly answers and questions from the other 2, but now you've asked if they're dead. It's back to an even playing field.
Well, no, wait. We killed a devil, and she just went back to a different plane when she died.
Oh, no. Those 2 are dead.
Are they from the prime material plane?
Well, they're from the astral plane. All of us Githyanki were born in the astral plane.
So if you kill an extraplanar being, do they go back to their plane or do they die?
Oh, you guys don't know about this. If you truly travel to that plane, then you can die there. But if you're projected to that plane, then you can't die there.
So they're really here.
Yes.
Were they dead before we killed them?
No.
Somebody explain a lich to me.
Yeah, I wanted to know about that one too. I ain't never heard of that
The
before.
witch is dead, right?
He looks over his shoulders conspiratorially and he's like, listen, not many people know this, but that's exactly why I had to flee my people. They're led by the Lich Queen, Vlakeith. What she does is she builds your trust. She sends you on missions to make you powerful. She teaches you to be a warrior. And once you've gained enough power, she consumes your soul to make herself live longer. And I wasn't going to let her do that to me. So I had to escape.
So you're being selfish.
Yeah, I guess.
Does she let you have a long and fulfilling life before she consumes your soul?
Kind of. You get to go on raids and you go out to other planes and attack and kill powerful enemies and you feel great about yourself. So yes.
What if you wanted to have, get married and have some kids?
That's fine. You can do that.
I don't see what the problem is then.
Because she kills you after she tells everybody she's promoting you. And it's not a promotion, it's a demotion to death. But nobody even knows that.
That sounds like it's a marketing problem to me.
Yeah, why don't you out her instead of running away?
She would definitely kill me then.
Well, she's trying to kill you now.
Yeah, but she's just sending 2 at a time instead of squads of 8 or 30.
Yeah, why is she sending
Does
2 at a
she
time?
only send them in 8s, 30s, and 2s?
I'll tell you why she sends them 2 at a time. Because she still knows where I am. Which is why I need you guys to go to the records room and find my file and destroy it.
Paperwork, it's the way to get deleted permanently,
Think
you know?
she's going to forget where you are if the paperwork's gone?
Yeah, that's how it works.
I feel like I might have exaggerated my importance in her mind. It's just that I'm on a list of bounties. Sometimes people come.
She's got a kill list, and he's number 20.
Oh.
Yeah, 20. I'm real high up.
I'm starting to think you're just you ran away and she doesn't care about you.
I'm on a bounty list. Let's put it that way. And that's why people are coming to find me.
Is this a bounty list in Monzamlut or is it in the astral plane?
Well, it's in the astral plane. In the great city of Tu Nareth.
Can I take a nap first?
What was the question?
No, I think we're good. I just don't have any spells left. I'm tired because we left the bar at 8 a.m. and it's been minutes.
I think we should all go home, get some sleep, and then talk about the plan tomorrow.
Yeah, let's reconvene tomorrow.
Can we get some hot dogs on the way?
Sure, Jaxo.
I want a taco.
That's okay. We can do both.
We're going to go to 8 a.m. Tacos, the hot dog taco stand.
Yeah, let's go there.
I really owe you guys. I'll treat.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm going to get a hot dog and a taco shell.
And 5108-3605, along with the Zookeeper, goes to eat some 8 a.m. tacos.
Drell's going to go home and tell his mom he's going to bed, but then he's going to stay up and paint miniatures all night.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything weird after the hot dog tacos? Or normal? Just anything at all?
Hap's gonna go home and then dance with his lady friend and then go to the bedroom.
Jaxo's gonna go swimming off his houseboat, off the dorch,
Polar bear swim.
and then he's gonna go to bed.
Is Jaxo warm-blooded or cold-blooded?
He's cold-blooded.
Seems dangerous to go for a polar bear swim.
It's not polar bear swim. It's a desert. It's hot.
They're cold deserts.
Deserts get cold
Cold
at night.
at night.
What's
yeah.
the temperature right now?
What temperatures are there in D&D? Is it still Fahrenheit and Celsius?
It's all Celsius.
Fahrenheit was made illegal in D&D in 1985.
Yeah, it's 6 degrees at night.
Celsius?
Well, you don't have to say Celsius because it's just always
What?
Celsius.
Is that good or bad?
It's warm.
I don't know if there's good or bad in temperature. There's just temperature, right? There's like unhealthy for human habitation.
Isn't it like 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now? If it's 6 degrees Celsius?
No, it's like more like 45, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's still a little too cold to go chili swimming. I guess he's smart enough he doesn't do that. I just really want him to take a jump in his skivvies into the swimming. And
Maybe there's a hot tub set up at the dock
An onsen?
for residents.
he's not there. He's like just on the woods trying to keep his boat hidden.
There's no woods. It's just like some reeds.
Yeah, he makes his saxophone reeds there.
Jaxo plays the saxophone?
No, he makes reeds and sells them on the side. They're not good.
He plays the jaxophone.
And then he goes to bed. And Drell stays up all night and doesn't go to bed.
Really all morning.
Does that mean you don't get a long rest?
I restfully paint miniatures. I don't do anything active.
Is that true, DM?
Yep.
But I don't sleep.
He get all his hit points back?
Yeah.
Is he an elf?
No, categorically he's not an elf.
Okay, just
Correct.
checking.
I'm not an elf.
Do I get all my hit points back?
Yes, everybody take a long rest. Nothing happens to any of you in the middle of the night.
Unless you sleep in the freezing cold water, then you lose hit points.
I did not do that.
I guess in the middle of the day, in the middle of your long rest. Except for Drell's mom yells at him for, being out all night. Does she yell at you for that?
She probably gives me passive-aggressive comments during dinner time.
How old is Drell? Because it sounds like he's like 16.
Yeah, but he's probably...
34.
Oh, look, he's 18.
Oh.
It's fine that he lives in his parents' basement.
Maybe he's 19 now, because it was 6 months, so there's a 50% chance you passed your birthday.
Roll a D100.
54%. That means I didn't.
Does that mean your birthday is coming up soon, or it just happened right before the last arc?
That's a good question. Those are both ways to barely not be able to. I should just not leave it to luck. I should just be 19 now. Big adult man now. My mom's always like, adult enough to stay up all night, adult enough to get a job. And I'm like,
Do you help your mom with the bills at all?
Yeah. But then she's like, where'd you get this money? You selling drugs? I'm like, no, Mom. I have a job. She's like, what is it? I'm like, I'm a courier. She's like, that sounds like you sell drugs. I'm like, I don't sell drugs, Mom.
All right.
And she's like, no locking your door at night. There's no locked doors in my house. You're under my roof. You play by my rules.
Do you have a curfew?
Yeah, but it's like 9 p.m. and in the past 4 years, haven't been back before my curfew.
Jaxo's 27.
That's old for a couple, doesn't it?
Turns out Hap is the old one of the bunch because he's 32.
Wow. Imagine if you could still be handsome at the age of 32.
Everyone that's 32 is ugly.
There's a couple of people like us because we're young.
Yeah, we young kids over here with the podcast.
Ooh, boy, that sure was scary, huh, groupies? Thanks for sticking with us the whole time. We knew you believed in us, the Soggy Boys, to win. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm the DM. I was trying to kill them all. Anyway, thanks for listening to the podcast. Remember to check out bardicmysterytour.com for any kind of information. And if you didn't see any information, just click refresh every 20 seconds on the page until new information shows up. That will link to all of our social media accounts. That will link to our Redbubble store if you want to get some, like a printed t-shirt or something. I don't know. We think it's cool. I don't have much to say, so I'm not going to say much. And that's what I have to say. And now it's time to get back to the show and see what happens next for these tough boys. All right, so it's the next day, the next evening, and you guys all meet up with the Zookeeper in the Zookeeper's office, correct?
Yeah, what's it look like in here?
It is swanky. There are 2 cigar boxes on his desk. Huge desk made out of exotic wood.
Let me ask you a question. Do we, on our way, pass any more of the heads of the departments? What are they called?
Let's just say they're masters.
Yeah, do we pass any of the masters?
Sure.
I try to chum up a little bit by saying like a walking down the hallway cool comment, like, oh, hey, man, I haven't seen you since yesterday.
What were you in before you got pulled for the special assignment? You were a basher? You were an ape?
Yeah.
You were part of the jungle?
Yeah, I was part of the jungle.
Yeah, let's say you come across Frank talking to Gordon Thumbneck.
Oh, hey, Gordon. Hey, Frank.
You remember Frank, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's a towering half-orc, at least 6.5 feet tall, with thick muscles that stress the seams in his double-breasted suit. The suit was once well-tailored, even though it has seen better days, with a herringbone pattern and long coattails. He wears a matching vest, a navy blue tie, and a top hat. He is surprisingly well-spoken and polite. Frank carries a humongous maul all the time, which he sometimes holds like a gentleman's cane. You remember that, right?
I knew all that. It's in my notes.
So, you say hi to Frank?
Yeah, I'm going to chum it up. But quick chum, like walk-by chum.
Like small talk in the hallway or at the water cooler, chum.
He says, looking good, Drell. Keep it tight.
I grab my black cloak and I tug on it tightly.
He gives you a fake salute. It's a real salute, but it's like kind of like mocking the idea of like military hierarchy.
Gotcha.
And then as you walk past, you can hear him whispering to Gordon Thumbneck. He says, I don't know. I wouldn't have said it a couple years ago, but I think that kid might be going places. And Gordon, you can tell me what Gordon says.
Gordon's like, it's like seeing your child on graduation day, you know?
Hear. And then you're too far to hear after that. What else did you want to know? The Zookeeper's office has tapestries on the wall.
What
What were the tapestries?
Well, one is a woman with her arms raised, holding scales. You recognize her as the historical figure Abitha.
Yeah. I point that one out to Drell and I'm like, hey, that's that girl you told me about that like lied and stuff.
Yeah.
One is a monstrous skull with some weird circular writing carved into it.
Is that flames in the back? Is it the one from Minecraft? That's weird.
No, it's not from Minecraft.
They don't have any circles in Minecraft. Only squares.
And another really serious thing, just like some cool swords hanging on the wall.
A unicorn.
No, that's not serious.
A dragon.
Yeah, a young red dragon.
When you said they had silver greatswords, were they like European straight swords? I assumed that they were like curved because they were ninjas. I
see what you're saying. So the thing is that they're kind of curved, but they're not like
I thought it was going to be like Final
a
Fantasy.
katana. They're like, yeah, they're more like that kind of sword.
What'd you say?
Like Final Fantasy, like ridiculously oversized.
Oh, no, wait,
Final
not
Fantasy has all
that. Not
kinds of
Cloud's
swords.
sword. Like
Buster sword.
Not the Buster sword. They're like, oh, they just have like kind of like a swooping edge.
I was thinking like a Nadachi.
Yeah, but they're not like that. They're like, sure, they're like European swords, but they have a curve to them, though.
Okay.
In a single blade. So I guess it's kind of like an Adachi if you had that same functionality with a European styling.
Like the hilt and the pommel and the handguard are all like broader.
Yes.
I want to look around the office and see if he has any cool knickknacks or like awards that one might display in an office. Best of Thieves Guild 2056.
No, doesn't have anything like that. He has a picture like some kid drew with a crayon that says my favorite zookeeper. Barely recognizable that it's him.
I was gonna say I want to put a mug down that says world's best zookeeper.
And a globe. He has a globe it's all stone inlays, like gemstones.
Cool. What gem is Manzamalut and Lopecia?
Montauk
Well,
was part of Lupicia.
That's what I'm saying.
Lopecia is all one solid gem, and it's topaz. That's like yellow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and Manzamalut has Lopecia has a lot of sand.
that makes sense.
Yeah. And there's a flip chart in his room, and he's standing by it with a pointer stick.
Is this where we learn about
Oh, no.
liches?
And then on
Is
the
it on
front,
an easel?
and it's on an easel, and it has a like real ugly handwriting, real big, like someone was holding a marker wrong, and it says the big plan on the front page. He's like, "Hey, everybody, grab a cigar and then get a seat."
Can I pack my pipe instead?
Yep, sure.
Jaxo does that.
All right.
Hap grabs 2 cigars since Jaxo didn't take one.
I'll take one and I'll hand it to Hap in like this on the sly.
Okay. All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming today to the meeting. I'm just going to go through this presentation real quickly. Then he flips over the first page, and the next page says, "Delete my file." Real big on it.
Clear your browser history.
Get rid of all the cookies.
I'll take questions at the end. And then he points with his pointer at it. He says, "Okay, so I need you guys to go to the archives and delete my file." And then he puts the pointer down on his desk and then flips the page over and then picks the pointer up, then steps back across the front, and then points at the next page. There's a drawing on this one. And it is a stick figure head,
That's just a circle.
astute, and then like a body coming off of it, and then 6 arms, 3 on each side,
And no legs?
and no legs.
Oh.
And then underneath it, it says Tu Narath, which is spelled TU''Narath.
Is there an arrow pointing to her?
That's the city.
What do you mean, her?
The person.
The person with 4 arms?
6 arms.
Oh,
Tunarath is the place.
it's the place. It's the name of the city. And he points with his pointer at it. He says, Tu Narath is the Githyanki capital city.
It's the opposite of Salmon Lust.
It was a city founded eons ago on the body of this dead god.
That's the shape of it?
Is Tuna the god?
What? I'll take questions at the end. And then he points at a specific spot. It's like on the farthest down arm in the picture,
On the right or left?
on the right side of the body.
Is this facing us or facing away from us?
Good question. It's facing you, except for the perspective is tilted, so it's looking like up and to the right.
It's right or our right?
All right.
So the arms are they're not like symmetrical?
Right.
Oh.
Like the left arms are almost vertical and the right arms are almost at 45 degrees. In respect to the bottom edge of the paper.
Are all of the
I
arms
cannot.
going in the same direction on each side? They're not like
Yes.
splayed out like rays?
No, because it's a stick figure drawing, it's like if you drew the arms of a stick figure and then you just copied those 2 lines and then moved them without rotating them
Do
farther
they
down
have
the spine.
elbows?
Do you think arms of
No.
stick figures always go up?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
That's how this is drawn.
Just trying to clarify for the listener.
I know, it's good. It's good. It's theater of the mind.
I don't know that I have it drawn correctly.
Let me see. That's wrong.
I 100% know that I don't have it drawn
That's
correctly,
close.
and I don't care.
Next,
The zookeeper slaps the tip of the pointer against the bottom arm, which is the bottom one on the right.
Jaxo jumps a little.
There's a red circle there. And he says, "This is the district of discards, which is a giant city dump."
Where's the draw stack?
I'll take questions at the end. And then he points to the spine right next to that. And he says, right next to that, there's a tower, Turvarsh.
Bless you.
Thank you. Within Turvarsh, you will find my...
Intervarsh?
Within Turvarsh. Within.
So
I'll take questions at the end. Within Turvarsh, you will find my file. Under my true name, Ramath.
Ramoth?
How do you
Yes.
spell that?
He gets a pen from his desk and then he draws a circle on the paper with a bunch of like weird lines coming out as rays off of the circle.
That's just the sun.
How do you say that again?
Ramath.
How many apostrophes are in that?
In common, I would put 2. REM''A''ATH.
Oh my gosh, I got it right on the first try without you telling me any help.
Is common Monsolution? Lopetian?
Yes.
Hap pulls out a notebook and makes sure that he writes down the symbol for the name so he can match it later.
How many rays are there?
6.
Are they wiggly?
Some are, so they're mostly straight lines and they look kind of like runic letters, but some are like a vertical line with 2 slanted lines off the left side and then radially going to the right. it's like a straight line out with just a cross, and then like the next position down radially, it's like a straight line with a parallel straight line beside it. Things like that.
Do you have a last name? Are there a lot of Rama-As in the city?
That's the full name.
But when you said there were 6 lines, but the one line with the parallel line next to it, that's one line?
That's one line. Yeah. Is this? I don't understand why this is so confusing. You guys write like just random lines just in a jumble.
I can't write.
Okay. Anyway, I'll take questions at the end. So, basically that's the thing. Oh, you guys probably, so, sorry, I forgot that you guys don't speak Gith. Turvarsh is a tower, obviously. And within that will be all of these, records.
Finals.
Files. Yes.
Will they be alphabetized?
Did you say vinyls?
Yeah, because you said records.
They should be kept very orderly. Here's the thing. I haven't been back there in a long time. And sometimes some architecture gets changed.
Hey, what if you went back and then you just did it? We could just change what you look like and then you can do it yourself and we could take a nap.
Okay. I will answer that question now, even though I had a strict policy.
We have a boss that's been trying to get us to work on delegation, so maybe we can delegate this.
I'd love to go, but the thing is, if they're finding me here and I show up there, it's definitely going to set off a lot of alarms.
I hear what you're saying. I also want you to understand that you look like you here, but if you were disguised, you wouldn't look like you anymore. And then you could get in and out real quick, and you know what you're doing.
All right, and then he flips to the next page over. There's a picture of a flying ship.
Oh, I could pilot that.
There are uncountably many Githyanki skiffs flying around the air, so you need to make sure that you're not seen by them. Did I mention it's a warrior people that we are?
I'm a warrior.
Does that mean they attack like anybody that doesn't look like them? Because that's really racist.
No. He looks like scared a little bit about being canceled. And he's like, no, they don't attack anybody, just people who aren't them or are them who are trying to escape enslavement.
How do we convince them that we're not trying to escape enslavement?
We just show up and we're already enslaved.
Yeah, I think you should be a slave.
My plan? Just don't get
caught.
Yeah. You just slip in, you get my file,
We burn it.
you make it be destroyed, and then you come back here. And it's no problem.
We eat it.
What if we just take down that whole tower?
I don't want to get you guys in a worse position, but I do have to say it's been hundreds of years since I've been there, and I'm a little bit worried that they've moved some of the architecture around, and you might have to do some thinking on your feet when you're there.
No problem. We're good at that. I'm sure we can find someone else to do this for you. I'm in.
Yeah, we're going to work on that delegation.
He points to his desk, and there's a big bottle of champagne, and he's like, and when you guys get back, we'll open this up.
That does sound cool.
Yay.
Okay, now I'm ready for questions.
Oh, yeah, I got a
How
question.
do we get there?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah. And then he knocks on the door, and in come your two best friends, Fisher and Flask, pushing a cart.
I was going to say, we better get some good shit if we're going to go do this for you.
They just stand on the other side of the door and listen to that lecture and
Yeah.
wait for the knock.
He's very dramatic.
Okay.
I mean, if you're in a thieves guild, you got to be dramatic.
Yeah, so in comes Fisher, your friend, the bald dwarf with a mustache and no beard, and Flask, his 3-creen co-worker. They're both wearing white lab coats. And Fisher comes in and he says, well, hey there, 5108-3605. Long time no see.
Hey, are we going to get some goodies?
Sure thing.
I'm running out of fire breath. Could you, and I pull out the flask. I'm like, can I get a refill? Because I'm real tough, but I'm way tougher when I can breathe fire.
He looks over at Flask, and Flask goes, and then he just shrugs. And then he goes, sure. Flask runs out of the room and comes back with a new potion of fire breath.
Thanks so much. I'm so excited.
We don't have as much to give you guys as you might be hoping for, because we didn't really know about this mission in advance to get things together. But we have some of this old stuff that was sitting around from before.
Great. What about something that can help us fly? Because it sounds like flying might be a useful skill where we're going.
Oh, yeah. Could you give me some wings?
Jaxo would be so cute with some wings,
Yeah,
you know?
I want to fly.
Tough little dragon.
Tough can fly, has fire breath.
Do you happen to have like a magical hand I can graft onto my neck so I can hold an extra rod?
Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
It would be nice if it could go in if I didn't want to use it too. But like that's, I understand technological limitations.
Jackson, do you have, are you already wearing a cloak?
Yeah, and it shrunk to be the right size for my little old body.
Well, you're in great luck because I know you're a great collector of things.
Yeah.
Stolen things because of your piracy background.
Oh, yeah.
This is for you. And he reaches into his cart and he pulls out and he hands you a new cloak.
What is it?
Cloak of kobold kind. It's just skinned kobolds.
Thank God.
Not true or canon.
It's not magical at all. It's just kobold skin.
Is it goblin skin?
No,
I'm okay with that.
it is leather.
Is it goblin leather?
Wait, is it really a cloak
I don't
of
know.
kobold
It can't
kind?
be kobold.
No, it's the wings of flying.
I got wings.
So, yeah, all you have to do is get rid of that old elf cloak. You put this on, you attune it, and you can use it to fly. Turns into bat wings. Fisher digs around in his bag and he says, "Oh, I got just the thing for you, Drell." And he pulls out like an orange prescription bottle
Okay.
and he tosses it to you. He says, "Now, be careful when you take these pills. It's not exactly what you wanted. It's only a temporary fix. But this should help you out. Just write this down, because this is from Arcana of the Ancients,
Okay.
and they're called arm bifurcators.
Oh my god.
Let's say there are 3 pills in there.
What do these do, Fisher?
Oh, it's handy. That's real fancy. We found that down deep in the mines.
Get it handy?
You just take one of those pills, and then for the next 4 hours, you get a couple extra hands to hold things. It helps a lot with bench work.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, Hap, what kind of things are you looking for help with?
I don't know. I just think my short sword's just not doing the trick. I was hoping maybe I could get a little bit of a nicer weapon.
There are these 2 silver swords in the sewer we can go get.
I'm not very good with two-handed swords.
Oh.
Or like a really nice bow.
Oh, yeah, we have just the thing for you. And he pulls out a handheld metallic device of interlocking hollow metal rings and arcs. And he hands it to you in a very delicate way.
I inspect it.
As you're inspecting it, he reaches out and touches the end of it and pushes the muzzle up towards the ceiling instead of pointing at him. He's like, yeah, just be careful with that.
What's this thing called again?
It's a ray emitter.
How do you use it?
Well, you see, you're pointing at something you want a destructive beam of energy to target within 120 feet. And, it does different kinds of damage.
This looks great, thank you.
Roll a d20, Nora.
11.
Oh, yeah. That's a cell-disrupting radiation. It does necrotic damage. Yeah, just be careful. If you use it too often, it'll start to overheat and act funny.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Thanks for all this great stuff.
Yeah, well, the best is still to come. And then he grabs the edge of a tarp that was on the cart, and he pulls it off. It's like a big pile of trash, and it just spills over the edge of the cart on the floor.
Garbage?
Yeah.
Do you need us to help you clean it up?
No, sir. This here is your limousine to the astral plane.
Garbage?
Yeah.
Wait, is that where all your trash goes? Wait, is that where all of our trash goes? Is this some other plane?
No wonder the astral plane hates us.
And then Flask turns around behind him and grabs one of those Scalaran power cores that you guys have had, that you guys got from the race. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pulls it up, and it has 2 alligator clips on wires, like a car jumper cables.
Yeah.
He clips those to the trash, and it all starts sparking and shining, and then it turns into like a magical portal. And he's like, see? Then all you have to do is go through this here plane transfer portal, and you'll be right there where you want to be.
All right. Next question. How do we get back?
We were worried you were going to ask that. And I think you should be able to just come back through the portal.
Is it in a static location?
They look at each other, and Flask clicks, and then he shrugs, and then Fisher looks back at you, and he goes, yes.
Have y'all done any animal testing on this device before sending a human through?
I'm not human, but I'm not going through there. I put my finger on my nose.
They look at each other again. Then Flask pulls a gerbil out of his lab coat pocket and drops it through.
Is it going to come back?
He just shrugs.
That's the part we really wanted to test.
Well, you can always get back the traditional way, too.
Die?
What? No, that won't get you anywhere. Try not to do that. And then the zookeeper says, yeah, at least not until you destroy my file.
Well, what's the traditional way?
You got to get an interdimensional ship and fly back.
And y'all in this group know how to pilot one of those?
Jaxo does.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely do that. But I'm thinking about pushing one of these fuckers in and see if they can make it back.
All right, well, you guys better get going because the portal's only going to stay open so long.
If it's only going to stay open for so long, then you told us we could come back with it. See how that's confusing?
It'll be fine. Time doesn't really pass in the astral plane. You can't get older there. You can't get born there.
I don't think that's true.
I'm sure it's going to be fine.
I want to knowledge check that. Can I roll a history check?
Yeah, sure.
I got an 18.
What do you want to know?
If time passes normally in the astral plane.
So I'm a little confused about this. I think it passes normally. It's just that you literally can't age and you can't be born there. So people from the astral plane have to leave to get older.
You can't be born there?
Right.
Where are like astral dreadnoughts born?
Well, they might not be born.
You think there's a finite number of astral dreadnoughts?
They might be like created.
Oh.
But like living creatures have to like go have their babies somewhere on another plane and then come back to the astral plane.
Mr. Zookeeper, sir, how did you get here whenever you left?
He says, I came in a ship.
One of them time ships.
No, it's a regular interplanar ship.
Interplanar, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you fly it with a spelljammer helm.
Do you have one of those?
I used to. But unfortunately, it didn't survive the crash landing. The soft landing that I did a little too hard.
Can you hire like a warlock to get us back?
I
Just
am a
in
warlock.
case. I don't know. Who does that kind of thing? Drell?
High level wizards.
Guys, we got the best in the business.
Yeah, but what if we don't make it back? What if this portal closes? We would just want some assurances that you're going to make sure we come back if we are still alive.
We're going to stay by this portal. We've got 2 more power cores. We're going to keep this bad boy powered up and open for days.
All right. Are you guys good with that? Y'all good with that?
We could always just like start our own country in the astral plane if we get stuck there, right?
Your mom might not be so happy about that, Drill.
Yeah, I'm not scared. I just think it's dumb. Like, you guys have all this stuff. Why don't you have like a ray gun that makes a portal that's portable?
Portalable.
You know what I'm saying?
Flask is like, or Fisher is like, he shrugs and he looks at the ground. He's like, we brought it on a cart.
Can
Right to you.
we take it with us? Can we bring it through?
All right, can we see through the portal?
Yes.
What's there?
It's like a sky, and you can see around the edges huge piles of debris. And in the sky, you can see some ships far off in the
Is
distance.
stuff like floating around?
No, the ships are, but they're like airships.
Are we going to fall whenever we step through here? Or Jaxo has to immediately use his wings. What's the
What's
the
gonna
dealio
do?
here? I can't fly.
I mean, I can walk on air, but like that's one person.
I think you can just step through it.
To the air.
No, I think that you step onto the ground on the other side.
All right, I'll step through it.
Okay, you step through it, and gravity goes backwards as you pass through the portal. So, like, you have momentum going through, and then you come up, and then you, like, fall on the ground by the portal. Well, I don't know. Make a dexterity save.
9.
Yeah, you fall. You, like, trip. It's, like, really awkward. And you, like, fall on the ground on the other side. And you're in a humongous pile of debris. Not pile, but, like, a yard of debris and garbage and junk.
I'm going to say out loud, Hap, can you hear me?
You can hear him.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All right, well, the portal's upside down. So when you come in, you go into the floor. Like the floor is the floor. So don't fall on your face. And I didn't do that.
So you're saying I'm going to jump in and then my feet are going to be upside down on the other side?
Yeah, so jump in head first.
All right. I dive into the portal.
All right, cool. I'll make, like an acrobatics check or what did I make you do? A dexterity save. I make an argument for either one of those. You want?
Yeah, but I think that if you know ahead of time, you get advantage at least.
I think do an acrobatics check.
With advantage, because you know. Or you think now you can use acrobatics instead of dexterity?
That's what I think, yeah.
13.
All right, you dive in and you come up and then you just land on your feet like you did a little hop on the edge.
Put my arms out like a brace and then I pose.
Can we see the bottoms of the ships?
Yes.
That's not what you made it sound like.
I'm sorry. You're like looking up from the ground into the sky. I see now the
I
problem.
thought we were like in the sky
too.
and we
I
were
thought you
going to
meant-
fall.
Yeah, I thought you meant like a sky with no ground, and there were ships flying around, and we were looking at the tops of them.
This is my fault, and I'm sorry.
I forgive you. We're fine.
Around the periphery of the vision, you can see a vast junk pile because like, you're looking from the ground perspective.
I'm just gonna start shoveling junk into the portal.
You hear them be like, stop, hold on, stop. You're going to mess up the portal. Probably.
No, you need this for more portals.
All right. And Jaxo was like, if I had understood that we weren't falling into the sky, I would have probably felt a little less like scared. Because Jaxo ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah, but Drell's the one that did it.
And so Jaxo dives in too.
All right, make an acrobatics check.
27.
Jaxo dives in, then comes out the other side and does a front tuck and lands on his feet.
Hey guys,
What's up?
what do you want to do?
First, I need to find a mirror.
Okay.
Are there any like landmarks around us that we can use to mark where the portal is?
Sure. So this is humongous. Have you ever been to a landfill in real life? It's like that size.
No.
That's like saw Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. It's like that. It's
That's
like
the butthole?
what?
Well, they have to go through the anus, but when they get there, they come into.
Yeah.
So it's like acres and acres of just like very tall piles of debris and rubbish. You know, a lot of it's tiny little things that are stacked up. Like imagine handheld compact mirrors and
Is it semi-organized? Like, is it like this is where all the cars go? This is where all the toasters go?
it's semi-organized, but there's also like here's like a building that we just lifted up from somewhere else and dumped here because it's like garbage because we're building a new building there.
Yeah.
There's like huge bones from monsters from various planes that were like defeated and the bones aren't worth anything. And there's big blocks of metal and there's like rotting organic matter, like food waste and like a bunch of garbage bags over here.
Are there tall poles that say like blue 18?
No, there aren't. It's like not marked in a way you can see.
Do I see anything reflective, like cleanly reflective, like mirror or at least glass or
Make an investigation check.
22?
Oh yeah. You find a nice sized reflective mirror thing that's like half of like what was once probably like a regular bathroom mirror. About 2 feet by 2 feet, except for it's not square. It's like some random shape.
All right, I check my makeup and make sure that it did get messed up from my fall. And any maybe blemishes I try to smooth out a little bit, you know?
It's messed up to you, but
I fix it.
the other
best I
two
can.
people in your party can't tell.
All right, every time I talk to them, I like hold that side away from them a little bit so they only see my like good side.
Yeah, smart.
But like it's like a little bit awkward sometimes.
What kind of makeup are you wearing?
It's just eyeliner.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little bit of eyeshadow, but like hint of eyeshadow.
Is it sparkly?
No.
It's probably black.
Is it black sparkly?
Yeah, it just makes me look really tired.
Oh, okay. DM, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I have this spell that's called Locate Object.
I have that also, and I was thinking,
Yeah, like if one of us uses that, could it get us back to like this hunk of mirror that Drell you looked in, you know, so we can get back to the portal.
I think that's exactly how that spell
I
works.
think I specifically didn't take that. It would have been awkward if we all took that spell.
So, like, there are reference points that are far away in architecture. This whole city was built on this dead god's corpse, right? But think of something that's gargantuan. So, like, miles across, right? And so you can see the head of the dead god, which also has a humongous palace grounds built at it. And you can see off, like, in the horizon, like, the arms, like the hands of the arms. And the hands are, like, making different hand gestures.
Do they like change?
No.
Because she's dead.
Right. It's
Okay.
like imagine it like a stone statue.
Yeah.
are we on the torso?
Yeah. Well, you're like on the, like near like it would be a shoulder joint, but it's like the bottom arm. So
It's the armpit.
yeah.
Okay.
There's that. And then there's, like I said before, there's a bunch of flying ships, like airships that you can see the bottoms of, like way overhead. You don't seem to see other people at all. And I've been imagining the sky is like red, but I don't know why.
I was wondering if it was daytime or nighttime or what kind of lighting there was.
Yeah, I was imagining it like a sunset kind of red.
How many suns?
you can't see any suns.
That's just the background. Like, there is no firmament here. Just, well, there's like red firmament.
Yeah, yeah. What else? You probably need more things to work with.
Can
as
we
players.
see a tall tower? Because we wanted to go to a tall tower.
So you can see that there are buildings, but within the debris, there's a lot of like pieces of tall towers, and then there's just like rows of cleared space for people to like travel through the debris and the junk.
Are we on the bottom left arm or the bottom right arm?
The bottom right arm of the body of the god.
Sort of wrong arm.
No, we're on the right arm.
Yeah, that was a really good portal. That's why it was trash, because I had to go to the trash place.
Yeah, we're going to the land of refuse.
Yeah.
District of Discards, Dumbo.
Are there a bunch of toys that are around that are like a Jack in a Box with the
Yeah. I'm definitely picturing that. I don't know. Am I picturing the scene from the labyrinth?
What? No, that's from that Christmas story about the elf or whatever. It's like that weird claymation style.
Oh, no. I'm picturing, isn't there like some old lady that collects garbage on her back?
That's Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal, yeah.
But we're not old. When we talk about Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, it's not because we're old.
No, we're Zoomers, remember?
Yeah, we're just young kids here having a podcast.
We don't even believe in birds.
I wasn't even alive when second edition came out.
I don't know. That's where you are. You can tell which direction is like the torso. In the other direction, there's a big fist that you can see in the horizon.
Do we see any towers in the direction of the fist?
Yes.
How many fingers are on the fist?
4.5.
Wait, the tower's on the fist?
Mm-mm. So, all right, here's the thing. Because you can see very far away. There are like a bunch of towers.
Are the arms like in front of the body, like 1/8 of the way to a hug, so it's easy to see across like the whole body?
Yeah, yes, yeah. Like I was imagining like when a bug dies and its arms curl in a little bit. It's kind of like that. So they're like curled forward in front of the torso.
Isn't the tower we're looking for in the armpit?
Yes.
So that tower on the fist, fuck it, we don't need that.
There's not just a tower in the fist. There's like because you can see the other arms. This is like when you're playing Halo and you can look up at the Halo. You can see like real far away. There are a lot of small towers all over the place.
They didn't tell us where the tower was.
They said it was in the armpit.
I don't think that's true, did they?
Yeah, he told us it was in the armpit
Okay.
and that it might not be there anymore.
All right, well, the portal's still open. We can just go in and ask. I'll stick my head through the portal.
They're all eating like applesauce out of cups. And they're all like, oh, hey.
Hey, point at the tower. Stick your head through here.
The zookeeper's like, I can't stick my head through there. Then I'll set off all the alarms that I was trying to not set off.
All right, get like a plastic bubble, put it through so that all the air is still prime material, plain air.
I stick my head through and I say, hey, can you just tell us what the tower looks like?
Yeah, it's like a cylinder that tapers towards the top. It's like 4 or 5 stories tall.
4 or 5, that's not much of a tower.
Any specific color? Just white, gray?
Stone, bone,
Oh, stone.
ash,
It's like concrete.
midnight,
What?
taupe,
And
Is midnight a color?
charcoal.
And it's near the armpit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I put my hood up on my cloak of elvenkind and start walking towards the armpit.
I want to go into sneak mode.
All right. You guys start sneaking towards the armpit. I guess you should roll a group stealth check. Is that how we're doing? That's how we did it before.
I have a +7.
I'm a little distracted. So you're wearing the wings of flying and the cloak of elvenkind?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you can.
What do you mean you can?
Seems like you can.
I don't think you can.
One of them is a cloak and one of them is wings.
They're both cloaks.
It says bat wings.
I'm just saying, you can also wear 2 cloaks in real life. You might look stupid,
You're
but
gonna
you
get
can do
so
it.
hot.
I'm cold-blooded. I don't feel heat.
Yeah, you're not going to get hot if you're cold-blooded.
That's a good point. But you can't.
No, look, this is second edition logic. Their magic overlaps. Is why you can only have one ring on one hand. So you can probably wear both, but only one can be considered worn for the magical quality of it. And the other one's just there to be uncomfortable and weigh more.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
It's very similar to having it in your backpack, probably.
Think of it this way. If the cloak of elvenkind isn't on the outside, then it doesn't give you any benefit for hiding. But if the wings of flying aren't on the outside, then they can't fly.
Wait, do you remember when I was talking about the ladybug?
No, I mean, I remember he started talking and then I stopped listening. But I do
Yeah, I don't
remember
remember it
you
either.
starting it.
The ladybug has armor shells that cover the wings, and the armor shells open up and the wings fly. So if the cloak of Elvenkind just folds into the middle between the bat wings can fly just fine.
I wear the cloak backwards.
Yeah, that's fine, but then the cloak of Elvenkind can't be seen on the outside of the bat wings to help you hide.
You wear the cloak of Elvenkind backwards.
Like, if you're talking about a cloak of protection, that's one thing, but we're talking about a cloak of Elvenkind.
No, I'm saying, if you fold the wings up into a cloak and you put that cloak of Elvenkind over top of it, now it's on top.
Oh, I thought you said the opposite when you said that. Yeah, but the cloak of Elvenkind doesn't have a split down the back of it and muscles to hold it out so the wings can fly underneath it.
It doesn't matter. It goes down the center. You push it off your shoulders, it goes down between the wings, and the wings go to your left and right. Because your wings don't come out of the middle of your back. They don't come out of your spine.
Yes, they do.
No, they're literally here on the wings. They're under the armpits.
What? Let me see that picture.
Under the armpits, like a bat wing.
Is that an official D&D picture? Or is
Yeah.
it just a cool picture on the internet?
It's in D&D Beyond.
You're just going to have to fall back on second edition logic.
The
where
word
the
say
magic's
turns the cloak into a pair of bat wings or bird wings on your back. The picture is not on your back.
I went with the picture.
This is a robe in the picture.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
I hate to disagree with the party that I'm playing with, but I agree with Brayton's first point that like it's whichever one's on the outside you can use, so the other one's useless. I also think you could switch the positioning, but that's going to take time.
Yeah, that's
but
what
if
I'm
you're
trying to
talking
say.
about like gameplay function, it's similar to like taking off a cloak, getting one out of a backpack, putting the other one in a backpack, and putting the one on.
Yeah.
And like as long as that's like the functionality, because like
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying, I think the Dungeon Master is going to have to fall back on this second edition magic space logic.
I also thought that you had to be attuned to those things.
It's not a choice of things I can attune. Oh, yeah, it is now. It wasn't before.
Oh ho ho! So now you do have to attune.
All right, I attuned it.
Okay.
I'm wearing the wings of flying. All right, well, I don't put my cloak of Elvenkind hood up and start walking. I put my cloak of wings of bat wings of flying up. I don't put the hood up to make it go. I have to say the word. But I do want a hood, just to be clear.
Okay.
And I started walking.
What peril awaits 5108-3605 on the astral plane? Can they find and erase all the files they seek? Will the portal remain open? And can they make it back alive? Find out next time on Bardic Mystery Tour.
Bardic Mystery Tour. There's only one thing we have for. Tell all your friends and they'll tell more. Warn your sheriff 'cause we're kicking in doors. Rolling dice with our best friends. Solving mysteries again and again. Writing songs about our quest. Every other week on the internet. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. If you want to hear more, buy some merch in the store. Rate us with a 5-star score. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
Bardic Mystery Tour is recorded at Looking for Group Pittsburgh. Looking for Group Pittsburgh is a land center in the Brookline neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you're in the area, stop by for games, co-working, or events. Find more information or schedule your next party at lfgpgh.com.